Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Black Ham Radio Operators, Ham Radio Talk. Today is
Hey,
going to
hey,
be,
hey.
yes, sir, yes, sir. Today is going to be session two. What you can expect. We ain't want to do a show today because we just want to get some more stuff in line first before we actually go start doing shows. Um, First, let me say what's up to my brother Deshaun. What's going on, my big brother?
Hey, hey, what's up? What's up, my man? How you feeling? Well, we down here in Dallas, man. We got some good rain and weather out there today. But other than that, I'm feeling fine, man. I'm feeling fine. How about yourself?
Man, I'm good, man. I can't complain, brother. I can't complain. I'm good, man. So yeah, man. I'm gonna just let them know first. Let me tell you what we're gonna do. What we got planned for the show. We're gonna get guests. I think we might have touched on this last week, but we're gonna get guests to come in and talk about specific areas of expertise that they may have with anything ham radio. So once we get these guests and line them up, then we're gonna go to a
Right.
show. Did we say we? I think we're gonna. Deshaun and I were talking about doing it every week or every 2 weeks, having a show every 2 weeks. But if it is every 2 weeks, in between those 2 weeks, he might get on or I might get on and just go and just like just be like, yo, I'm on 10 meters or whatever. Let's get on here, something like that.
Freestyle.
Uh-huh. What do you say, T? I mean D? You hear
Yeah,
me?
yeah. We
Okay.
just come on and just freestyle a little bit, just continue to spread the news about ham radio.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we'll get that straight. But for now, we just here. I want to give a couple of shout outs to the Buckaroos Net. Man, that's every Monday, Monday through Friday, 8 o'clock
Yes,
a.m.
sir.
Eastern Standard Time, man. Hey man, they be having me cracking up there, man. If you serious about ham radio and
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
it's a lot of knowledge, man. You can learn a lot, man. You can learn a lot. Just listen, man. I mean, even if you're a little nervous and you just starting off and you're a little bit too nervous to throw out your call sign, for that, I say just do it. But if you don't do it, you can always listen, man, and you get yourself used to, the Buckaroos, man. I'm telling you, they're good guys, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Already, man, they just good guys. They've helped me like tremendously, and so I'm happy, man. Big up to the Buckaroos, man. Big shout out to the Buckaroos on 7248. All right. I want to recognize two people.
Yeah.
Whiskey Quebec Zero X-Ray Terrence White. Deshaun, I know you talked to him too, man. But yeah, he's a good dude, man. Me and Doug called him, and he was talking. He was talking some serious stuff. About what our role is in society as far as hams and helping others. Kids getting the ham radio stuff like that. Only thing I ain't like what
Yeah.
about what he said was when he started saying he a Eagles fan. We whatever, man, whatever. He rubbed it in. He rubbed it in. He knew we were Giants fans, but he rubbed it in anyway. Y'all got that Super
Yeah.
Bowl. I got you, bro. All good, but yeah, big shout out to my man Terrence, man, and I can't forget my man Radioactive Doug, man. That brother helped me out a lot, man. In more ways, on a personal level, ham radio, um, just on every like in all levels, man. So big shout out to Radioactive Doug, man, and you know, um, he's just a good dude, man. All them Buckaroos is good, man. The Zoom room, all of that, man. These brothers are some serious brothers, and I'm appreciative of them. All right, so. Deshaun, man, what's up, man? Let's talk, man. Let's talk some ham radio, brother. It ain't gonna be a
Yeah.
long show, but not today. It ain't gonna be a long show, but we just want to talk some ham radio. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I just kind of want to piggyback on what you were saying, man. About the Buckaroos and things like that. That's what it's all about, man. We talk about picking each other up and motivating each other in the BHRO room. You know what I mean? So once the Buckaroos and people start seeing us, guess what? They start reaching out to us, man, motivate us, trying to uplift us with the ham community. So that's what it's all about, and we want people to see that, man. We're going to keep moving, and again, shout out to the Buckaroos, absolutely. And also, real quick, I know you mentioned the frequency 7.248, but guess what? That's what technology is about as well. Even if you don't have a HF antenna up, right? They have Zoom. You can log into the Zoom room if you in the morning time and just kind of check in. You will see how friendly these guys are. They welcoming. They want to see us. So reach out to them if you're on the air. 7.248. Okay, 40 meters, and if not, look them up. Get their Zoom link in and jump in.
Right. Yep. Yeah, I want to mention something, man. I was on when I got home today. I got on the radio. I just got on. Like sometime when I come home, I just want to get on the radio, and sometimes I might not say nothing. I just want to listen to some of the rag chew that goes on different frequencies. So I got on one frequency, and I guess this guy's a career annoyance to people. He was just making all these crazy noises while people were talking and all that. And I'm just like, I really didn't know that type of stuff goes on with these frequencies. Oh, yeah. People, I mean, there's a lot of people that feel like they own the frequency. So for all you new hams and the current ones, you probably already know, but that it's on the test. No one owns the frequency. No, so but that doesn't mean you can go.
Absolutely.
Just, it don't mean that you can just go saying just disrespecting everybody and just being an annoyance. Like, we got to have a certain level of respect for each other. Sometimes, I get on there and I don't break through. I don't break through any rag chewing or conversations people have. I kind of wait till it's a long pause. And sometimes I will wait like 10 minutes, but I just don't. If somebody's having a good conversation, I don't want to interrupt that. But I've seen that done. And these guys, man, are serious. I mean, they were calling each other a-holes and they were just like cussing each other out. And I'm just like, I'm so glad that we have our frequency that we talk on and we ain't got to hear all of that. It's good to know that we ain't got to fight with anybody. We get on there and we have a good time. So, if you're a new ham, just keep in mind, man, you got to be respectful of the frequency. You don't own it, they don't own it, but there's always been a mutual respect for everybody on ham radio, and that's the way it should be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I've seen it as well. Sometimes it's a first come first serve, but at the same time, you get guys on there and they just talk, and I can't lie. There was a couple of times I was trying to do a comms check or check my antenna, things like that. I just throw my call out. Sometimes they would come back and say, hey, we hear you good, things like that, and they would invite me into their conversation. I didn't really want to get into their conversation, but I was just glad that they was respectful enough to answer my QSL and respond. So there are proper operating procedures for net control stations. Throwing out your call sign, there's proper operating procedures for that, and DXing. So don't be scared to throw out your call sign. Get in. That's the only way you're going to be heard. Get in there, throw your call sign. If somebody's out, take a break. As soon as they break, shoot your call and jump in.
Yeah, man. Definitely, man. Don't be afraid, man. You just gotta go in there. Like when a guy came, when I got my radio installed, not installed. When I got my antenna installed, it was time to test it out. And it's like, here, jump on here. And I was just like, I didn't. I was just like, let me just warm up a little bit. But once I got on there, man, it was just like, all right, KW5DRE, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it gets easier as you go on. You know what I mean? So just be conscious of that. But there's another thing I wanted to bring up real quick. You know, don't be afraid to try other things. I've tried FT8. I've tried a little bit of Morse code. So open up your mind and expand your horizons. Like just keep an open mind toward all this stuff, because some of this stuff I was just like, no, I'm not really interested. But I'll try it. And I tried the FT8 at first. I was like, but it's not too bad. It's more fun to me. It's like a fun thing, when I want to rag to and talk to people, then I go straight into the radio. But just have a little fun. This is fun. The Morse code thing is kind of tough. Like the I still haven't gotten that. I'll take my time with that, but it's kind of
So are you using your internal key? Are you using your internal key on the 7300 for that? I haven't forgot about you, man. I have that Morse code key boxed up in my back seat, bro. I just got.
That's right. Okay, you're right. To the
post office, man. I got to get to the post office, man, to get to you, man. I don't like the post office, man. I got you, though, bro. For real, I got you.
It's all good, man. It's all good. But you can use something on the ICOM 7300 if y'all have one. You type in your message. I think I got to figure out how I did it. I forgot how I did it. You just type in your message, and you can program, like, I think it's 4 or 5 or 6 different messages. And you hit it, and then it'll just start doing Morse code. But you got to know when they come back, you're going to have to know what they're talking about. But they do have one of those, it's kind of a little cheating, but they do have, they have a couple of tools or pieces of equipment that will
the decoders.
Yes. So that, that right there, you could use that if you want to cheat a little bit until you learn it. But try everything, man. Just try everything. It works.
Hey, man. Hey, you know what we said when we was in the Navy, bro? Hey, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, man. So hey, learn something new.
Right. You right, man. You right, yo. Yep. But I think ham radio is just, for us, man, it's taking off, man. Ham radio is taking off, and I'm glad that I'm a part of it. I'm glad that we all are part of that. But one thing I want to tell y'all, if you feel that, if you feel the same passion about it I do, get with one of your local areas or community centers and try to introduce that to the kids, because I think, and you introduce it to the kids, it'll give them something to do, instead of being out in those streets. So Doug and I were talking, and we decided, we probably going to look into that and do something like that. And it's perfect if for high schools and middle schools, it's kind of perfect because we can break those sessions down. It could be, some of these schools have they call it clusters when I was in school, where you have a certain class for the semester. So every semester they could take a different class, or elective, and with ham radio being one of them, you got 10 weeks of the course, just as you have about 10 weeks of the semester. So with that said, every week you could teach a different lesson for 10 weeks. And then at the end, instead of them giving a final exam that they do in school, you give them the actual technician's exam. You set it up for them to take it online, or you take them, let them take their exam at a local center where they, a location that's close to them. But I think it's a good idea for high school, middle school, as well as elementary. Elementary might be a little tougher, but for middle school and high school, I think that's a program that people should try. Like if you have the time and you have the passion to do it, just try to introduce that. Talk to some of your local school principals around there, the school districts, and tell them, hey, look, I want to put this. It could be an after school thing. It doesn't have to go in the school curriculum, but it could be an after school thing, one of the after school programs, which we need real bad. So that's just something I wanted to put out there as far as just giving back to the community through ham radio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I actually agree with you, man. And it's good you said that and mentioned that, right? And this is for people that don't know. I know you just mentioned about you and Doug. The ARRL has where you can become a ham instructor, and it will they provide you with the curriculum to teach that. So there's no um, worrying about having to make a curriculum. Everything is always there, so you're not recreating things. I'm a part of that. That's why I know so ARRL. You can get the instructor, become an instructor, and get the curriculum and things like that. So hey, that's some good stuff, man. Another thing that I did was I kind of during the summertime, I kind of linked up with the YWCA or YMCA, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, for their summer programs, and introduced them to the to ham radio operated, something kind of like a Parks on the Air, where I took my equipment out there and I just set it up there and I just kind of talked about it. Had the boys code. The boys' keys out there and let the kids play with it, man. So there's a lot of different opportunities and ideas to introduce to the communities.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, give back, man. And some of these things may be the highlight of a kid's day. We all grew up in different areas of our neighborhoods, and we've seen different things. And with that said, sometimes the best part of a day for a kid is just going to school so they can get away from that situation. So an after school program would be nice, man.
Right.
If y'all have the passion to do it, or if you have the time, I think it works. It works. So just something to think about. Something to think about.
Right. Yeah, and kind of to so for me, right? Another thing that pushes me is I deal with a community emergency response CERT. Okay, I don't know if y'all have that in y'all area, but some of the things that I do is when we have community events, I man the first aid stations. Okay, and what that has done for me is it allows me to interact with the kids and things like that and the community, but it pushes me to do better. So what I have done is they've reached out, even as a ham operator and standing first aid, they have pushed me to become the basic life BLS, basic lifesaver certified, and as an instructor, right? So being a ham radio operator has opened up other opportunities that I love doing. And it's all about you. You get in there, you find your passion and make it work for you. I
Right.
love it.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yep. Um. So I want to switch gears a little bit. And talk about. We're not going to go into a deep discussion because we got experts that's going to come on here and talk about that. But I want to talk about real quick something with my antenna. That I ain't gonna say storm, but that cold front that hit the East Coast, um, it hit Virginia, Hampton, Virginia, and the wind was blowing real bad. And the trees where I live at, like on the side of my house here, they go like this. I mean, they move. And it was a good thing I put like something on there like a restraint for the cable, because the antenna, because the antenna was going like moving with the trees rolling, but it did. I had like the box on my antenna is like about that big, and it has two flat edges, so I can just put it down. I have a brick on one side and a brick on the other side, and the actual box is, so I can't explain it. The box is like this. It's like a box, but then I have it facing down, and I got bricks on top of it, so that way there's no way it can get wet, because it's. I mean, when I say it's covered, it's covered. Like it's covered. Like there's no way rain can get on it, and it hasn't. It doesn't get wet. But for some reason, that wind must have been so strong that it moved that brick and lifted up the brick, because the wind was so strong when it pulled. And when I say that brick is heavy, it's heavy. So that wind must have been real bad. So when I came outside, the antenna was just like a little bit out from the bricks, and the brick was kind of fell on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since then, my SWR has been it hasn't been right. I never had to really tune my SWR on 10 meters, 40 meters, and 20 meters. Never. Like since I got it. And I've been on it, had it for a month. But all of a sudden, my my SWR readings are just off the chain. And I do have a external tuner thanks to Radioactive Doug. So now it's fine. But I say that to tell you that you know, if your SWR start getting high, I'm the panic type. Like I'm always panicking about certain stuff, not real panicking, but just like, oh man, dang, what's going on? That type of panicking, not like real panicking. But if you find that your SWR is going up, I know that, you know, like I said, we're going to have an expert on here, but one thing I feel confident enough to say is that if your SWR is going up, you cannot think that it's just one issue. Like you can't, like what I'm saying is you can't say, oh, it's gotta be the frequency that I'm on. No, it could be the frequency. It could be your connectors. Your connectors could make it go off. It could be just like it could be a lot of things, man. Like I don't want to get into it, but I say this to tell you, if your SWR is high, it could be so many different things. So you can't lock yourself into thinking, well, I tried this and it didn't work, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. What you're going to do, or what you need to do, is check 15,000 other things, because that's what it could be. It could be so many different things. It could be a short in the car. You laughing? Yeah. It could be a short in the coax. It just could be anything. So I say that to say, you as a new ham, you're going to have to do a lot of research when things go wrong. Sometimes it could be something as simple as tightening the cable. It could be water inside the box. It could be just about so many different things. So do some research, man, and just don't assume that it's this. And if it ain't this, I need to buy a new one, because I found out that it could be so many different things. I was on a Tech Time net last night for one of the local clubs here. They have their net, and then after that they have their tech time, where, you know, there's a Elmer in there. He's real good on tech. He used to work at NASA for 40 years, doing electrical stuff for NASA. So he knows his stuff. And he was telling me, and I'm writing this stuff down. I wrote down 10 different things. And he said, if those don't fix it, let me know, because I can tell you what else it could be. But he's like, I doubt if it's this, but I could tell you there's more that it could be. But just try these first. So, and he was telling me also that even when you got, you have it sealed, you think those connectors are sealed, sometimes water can still get inside the box and all of that stuff. And, you know, even though you got all types of the lubricant and all that stuff on it. So, I just wanted to say that, you know, just to let y'all know, because I think some of the stuff, we need to share each other's issues like we're having, because I can easily say, okay, that happened to me. Yeah, check this, and it might help you out. It might not, but I think, you know, another thing we should do is share some issues. Some of the issues we're having.
Have a whole different solution.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. You're right. So we share each other's issues. And I think there's a section on Facebook groups. There's an option rather where you can have a certain session on a Facebook group or certain room or something that talks about whatever you want. Like it could be tech or issues and all of that stuff. So I'm gonna look into that, because we're Deshaun and myself, we are newly moderators of Black Hand Radio Operators, the Facebook group. So right. Yeah, so you know, we're new moderators, you know. Yeah, I know. Please. All right. Yeah. It's all good. Yeah. Thank you. We thank you. We both thank you, you know. But yeah, so yeah, just maybe we could look into doing that and sharing some of the issues that we're having so we can help others. But I think I'm about done for today. I'm for right now.
Really,
But go ahead.
yeah, I was just saying, like, really, there's textbooks for everything, right? There's textbooks, there's manuals, there's things called tech manuals. But just like Dre said, there's no right or well, there's a right or wrong, but there's no specific fix when you're dealing with ham radio. Okay, um, there's just not understanding the concept and the principles of how things work. But again, something that's going on with Dre, I may have the same issue, right? I just got an infed, and I'm kind of listening to what you're saying, right? So it's prepping me for when I put this infed up. I know some things that I probably should and shouldn't do. So I'm listening to you and I'm understanding and I'm going to put those in effect. But again, there's no set stone on how it's all about troubleshooting continuously.
Right. Yep. So, just to piggyback on that, I'm going to tell you one more thing. And how can I put this? Okay. Yeah, real quick. What I said, what Deshaun said, I'm going to say it one more time, and I'm going to put it in a way where we can really understand it. All right. So I'm going to zoom in on myself for this one. Okay. If you have a car, right, and you're driving, boom, boom, all of a sudden breaks down, boom, 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 right? You're going to get out. You might look yourself to see if you see anything, but you are eventually going to take it to a mechanic, okay? The mechanic's going to check so many different things. If you bring your car to a mechanic and he just checks one thing and tells you he don't know what's going on with it, he might not be qualified to be a mechanic. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you got to check all of these things with a car. Like if it breaks down, the only way you're going to find out is to check this, check that, check that. It's the same thing for your radio or your issues that you're having. If something's going wrong, you cannot say, oh, it's just this. Check this, check this. No, you got to check all of that. Check everything and you'll be okay. So that's that. I just wanted to zoom in. Me, I never do myself one-on-one. I never just show myself, but felt like I had to do that today. And plus, I just want to see. I never use this stuff here. This stuff for me, but zooming on myself. But I'm getting off topic. But yeah, so yeah, just check everything. Check everything.
No, you're a handsome guy, man. You're handsome.
Hey,
guy.
Look, man. Let me get gangster. Zoom in, yeah. Let me do my good hip hop.
You're right.
Got my hip hop going on right here. Yeah, but yo, man, any last words? Any last words, man, before we get up out of here, man? Or anything you want to talk about or whatever?
Yeah, man. This episode. Oh man, that's good, man. Straight to the point. Just keep in mind, we have experts that we're scheduling to start coming on the next few episodes. Be on the lookout. We're working it. We hear y'all. We're here for y'all, and we're gonna keep bringing them to you.
That's right. And what was I going to say? Oh, from now on, you will we're gonna promote it too. Not this episode, I didn't because there was so much going on. I got to go to Jersey tomorrow, so I didn't have time to. Usually, I'm early with that stuff, but I just didn't do it. I didn't know I was going to Jersey either, really, until like last week. But I'll be promoting it. We'll be promoting it. You might see a promo. Tune in for episode 3, and so you'll get notice. I know tonight wasn't too much of a notice, but at least the replay is always better sometimes because people will watch the replay. So we're gonna get out of here, man. And hey, bro, thanks for coming through, giving your time, brother. I appreciate you, man. And
oh yeah, man, always.
Thank you, brother. So we out of here, man. We gonna get out of here, and we say to y'all
always
7-3, 7-3, 7-3.
7-3.
We out. Peace.
All right, later. Have a good evening.
All right.